Okay, here we go. Yeah. Hello everyone. So today is a new day and I'm quite excited to go on. I just want to make a little of a disclaimer. Unfortunately, because of the shooting at night, I feel a little bit off, probably not as happy as I imagine me being today, but still I am going on. I am willing to improve and I'm willing to record this kind of video. So in the previous video I told that there is really good thing to do is to have a tracker, and I've made one. I took a reference and I do believe I made a really great one. So I'm gonna show you. It's very simple, but at the same time it's quite powerful, because here I've got my notes and what I came into. I think it's a great thing to think of one improvement per movement, and I even wrote it down here. So I'll just try to go on and to see me improving every single time, video by video. For example, I noticed that I do not, just a second, I have forgotten. Okay. I noticed that my previous videos, they are fine. The only problem is the filler words. I was never really thinking about that, because in general you never record yourself, you never analyze your speech. When you, for example, try to present on a conference, when you try to present your speech, you feel a little nervous, but you try to control yourself, right? There is quite pressure, but you're all the time under control. When it comes to your everyday life, you never think about filler words, you never think about your something like this. And I did notice that in my first video and the second one, I have so many of them. It looks like I'm afraid of taking pauses, and I do believe that video by video I want to improve slowly. So that's why I here in a square type what I think might be good to improve, and then I'll just try to focus on that in the next one. I'm just telling you this because I'm giving you the hint of how it's gonna work behind the screen. In my future videos I would definitely will not do that, because that's just the point of improving. You see the video and then you realize that it's getting better and better. And also what I came into, I remember, I'll show you in a moment. I remember I took I have forgotten what's the name. I have forgotten the name of a challenge, but I took a challenge when you have to write down everything you've done. You write down your emotions, how you feel before doing the actions, how do you feel after doing these actions, your action towards your goal, right? And then you try to write everything down, to note everything down, so you can go back, you can see, and you can reflect. That's exactly how it works with videos, and I think in everything it works the same. That's how you reflect, because if you have your proof, right? My video is my proof, the tracker is my proof as well, and my emotions, everything I write down is a proof of mine, and that's how I try to grow. So I created, I'll show you a bit behind the scenes again, a file And here I just write everything down. So you can see this is the day 1. We also have a day 2. And as you can see, there is quite a lot to improve, right? So it goes without saying that self-analysis is a good really thing to take into account, because no one really can help you as much as you want to improve, as much as you want to see the result you want to see. So that's how I'm gonna move on. That's what I'm gonna do in the next videos. Plus, I already thought of some topics I would like to discuss as well, and I do hope that everything's gonna be fine as it's going on right now with this video, and I feel quite confident, quite relaxed, because I do like this feeling. Plus, if you've never tried trackers, I really do recommend you, because they are great, in my eyes, advantages of using the ones. Because first of all, you see that you commit, right? Sometimes you have lots of things during your day and you don't remember whether you did something you wanted, right? Or whether you didn't. But when you see a tracker, you can definitely tell yourself, okay, I did it, I tried. Yeah, I appeared, I showed up. So this is in my case. Also, if you try to track not only your doings, right? You just tick, but you try to analyze this, you're going to improve even more, because the tracker is a reminder here what is good to improve. And then you just see, you take into account, and you move on. I've decided to put a timer so I can definitely see how many minutes I'm talking. And in future, the last one of a tracker, in the future you see more motivation, because once you start, you don't feel, well, probably you feel some motivation when you start, but once you see, I don't know, 20 circles, right, filled in, or you see more of them each month, then you realize that you do improve. And you see that if you go to one video, or if you go to your proof number 1 where you started, and you just compare your last attempt to the first one, you will see the difference. Because in real life we never see this difference, because we never compare, we don't have proofs, as I told before. But in this case, I do believe it's gonna work, because that's how it worked with English, that's how it's working with Spanish right now, that's how it worked with yoga, Pilates, and like other stuff I was doing, I was tracking. And that's how I'm gonna move on with the blog, with the talking to camera challenge, and that's what I'm really excited to see the result after 30 days. I do believe that sometimes I will have different mood, like today, because sometimes you feel okay, sometimes some things happen which you cannot control, and that's totally fine. But I do believe at least for 3 minutes I will appear every single day during this 30-day challenge. And by the way, if you're interested and if you're eager to start a challenge too, whether it's trying talking to a camera, start a blog, learn a language, start a healthy diet, doing sports, whatever you can name, I created this file and I will place it, I will put it on my Telegram channel, because I do have one, and you can just type your challenge here and you have this template, so you can move towards your dreams with me together. And I think it would be really lovely, because in such a way we can support each other, and in general it feels like you're not alone, you're trying to improve, you're trying to find the community who are you doing this with. And I think that really in some way is inspiring. So if you'd like to get this template, it's gonna be on my Telegram. By the way, Telegram is in Ukrainian language, so you just keep in mind it's not gonna be in English, but that that's it. And I think that's what I wanted to tell for today, for this video. I do hope to see you in the next one if you're following me, and I do wish you to have a really lovely day today. So enjoy it.